Hey everybody, it's been some time. This is Daily App number 20 something, and today I want to talk about something really specific, which is the hidden challenge or hidden cost of being a software engineer. So, it's no surprise to anyone, I am a software engineer. I've been working for almost 5 years already. And when talking with other people that have other professions or other jobs, I realized that we do have a lot of perks. Of course, salary is pretty good, but also the fact that we can work remotely. Now, not all companies do that, but there's a fair amount that do. And, working from home, it's like really, honestly, it's awesome. And that's one thing, because unlike physical labor that you have to be at a place and do stuff, you can just chill, be at home, right? If you enter at 9, you're gonna wake up at 8:50, no problem. So, all of that is great. But there's one thing that I feel like a lot of people don't really take into consideration when it comes to this job. And it's the fact that you have to think all the time. Now, I know what some people might say, oh, I also have to think in my job. But, honestly, I feel like not all of other jobs, but the majority of the other jobs, they are pretty, how may I say it, repetitive or mechanical, or you can do it with not that big part of your brain thinking. So, for example, my mom, she's a dentist. So, of course, she has to interact with all these people. She has to do all these procedures. But the thing is that she's not doing super complex cases all the time. Most of the times she's just, doing the same thing, like dental cleaning or maybe removing a teeth or maybe filling a cavity. And these are tasks that and when I mean you, I mean her, that she has repeated so many times. So honestly, she doesn't really have to think too much. She just has to do what she's been doing all this time and just keep doing it well. And I feel like the same thing applies a lot with, for example, sometimes business people. Sure, you have to coordinate some meetings and you have to maybe fill out some Excels, but honestly, hard thinking part is not that much there. Maybe when you go higher up, you might do a little bit more of that, but when you do low level stuff, it's just hey, you go and do your job and that's it. And this of course applies so much more for and non-professional jobs. So, retailer or construction guy or plumber, Maybe when we talk about the offices or plumber, electrician, those kind of things, maybe they do have to think a little bit more. That's actually a really nice mix between the physical labor job and having to go to somewhere and still having a craft and have to think a little bit about it. But once again, I feel like for the majority of jobs, this is something that I was talking specifically with the cleaning lady that helps me. She also cooks. She's oh man, I'm so jealous of you that you can just work at home and be fine. And I told her yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, when you come and clean, you don't really think too much, you've cleaned so many times before, so now you just have to do it. Sure, it might be, you might feel lazy one day because I don't know, the day's cloudy, the day's not that good, and you want to stay home and you still have to go and do it. Sure, that part sucks, but the thing is that you don't have to use your mind too much when you do all these things. Same thing for cooking. Cooking, I'm talking for a private person, a house, not a restaurant, which I'm sure it's so much more stress inducing. And this has also I know that this what I'm saying is a fact because I also have a friend, a very good friend actually, and he was working as a commercial engineer, which is business and administration guy, and he was always the guy that had to do deals with distributors from other countries, exports and importations. And he was saying that, man, some days after my job I was just burned out, in my mind, I wanted to do nothing because I was so tired from my mind. And then he took a year, he went to do a working holiday in Australia, and he worked many random jobs. And he was saying but you know what, I've realized, because he has worked construction, dishwasher and more things. He told me, but you know what the difference is? The difference is that sure, when I finish this job I'm tired, but it's only physically tired because I didn't really use my mind. So by the time that the clock hits 5, I'm out and I want to like do something. Like I want to actually go and he's a huge musician guy, not a professional musician, but he's really a musician. And so he started writing like so many songs and like playing in many bands. And that got me thinking, because yeah, that's one thing that, a lot of people don't take into consideration when they think about like their career paths. The thing is that a lot of the times when you pick a profession, right, and you want to be a professional, you will be using your mind all the time, and that gets tiring. And that's why maybe, after a job you don't do many things. It's because you honestly are just like, man, like I think so much that now I don't want to think. I just want to chill and maybe, I don't know, smoke a joint and be in the couch. But anyway, that's once again like one of my small observations that I wanted to make about jobs and about where you get physical tired or mentally tired. Ideally, you wouldn't get either, but we live in the real world. So yeah, I mean, this has been Daily App number 20 something. I'll see you guys someday.